Imagine standing at the edge of your dreams with nothing but the quiet echo of what if in your mind. What if today is the day you stop doubting yourself? What if right now is the moment everything changes? Too often, we wait for inspiration to strike as if it's some elusive gift handed to a lucky few. But let me tell you something, powerful inspiration isn't a fleeting feeling, it's a choice, a commitment, a fire you ignite within yourself. And here's the reason you must lean in and stay until the very last word of this talk. By the time we finish, you'll walk out not just inspired, but equipped, ready to shatter every barrier holding you back and step boldly into a life that feels not only meaningful, but electrifying. Inspiration isn't a gift reserved for a select few. It isn't some mystical force that strikes at random or graces only the lucky. No, inspiration is something far greater. It's a fire that already exists within each of us, waiting for the moment we choose to ignite it. And here's the truth most people overlook: inspiration doesn't wait for us. We create it. Every great breakthrough, every extraordinary achievement began with a spark. But that spark didn't come from outside, it came from within. It's born in the quiet moments when we dare to dream bigger than our current circumstances, in the times we let ourselves believe that life can be more vibrant, more purposeful, more fulfilling. The problem isn't that inspiration isn't there, it's that we often bury it beneath layers of fear, doubt, and hesitation. Think about the last time you felt truly inspired. Was it something external that lit you up, or was it the realization that you were capable of something incredible? Maybe it was hearing someone's story of triumph. But the truth is, what stirred you wasn't their story, it was the recognition of your own potential reflected in it. That's what inspiration does. It acts as a mirror, showing us what's possible if we're willing to reach for it. The challenge is this: many people wait for inspiration, believing it's something that happens to them, but waiting is a trap. Waiting keeps us passive, stuck, and stagnant. True inspiration comes from action. It comes from stepping forward even when we don't feel ready, from trying something new even when it's uncomfortable, from daring to believe that our lives can be more than the routine we've settled into. You see, inspiration is not a passive state. It's a decision to live intentionally. It's waking up each day and asking, what can I create? How can I grow? Who can I become? It's about choosing to see opportunity where others see obstacles, about focusing on possibilities instead of limitations. And when you choose to ignite that spark, it doesn't just light up your path, it illuminates everything around you. What's truly magical is how this spark fuels itself. The more you act, the more inspired you become. Every small step forward generates momentum, and momentum transforms into energy. It becomes a cycle, a self-sustaining engine of possibility that drives you forward, even on the days when doubt tries to creep back in. When you realize that inspiration is within your control, everything changes. You stop waiting for the right moment or the perfect opportunity. Instead, you create them. You recognize that the power to feel alive, to feel connected, to feel unstoppable has always been within you. And that's when life shifts, not because something external changes, but because you've changed. You've chosen to embrace the spark, to nurture it, to let it grow into a flame that burns brightly enough to guide your way and light the path for others. The spark within isn't a distant hope, it's your greatest strength. All you have to do is choose to ignite it. What holds most people back in life isn't a lack of resources, time, or talent. It's a story. A story they've told themselves for so long that it feels like truth. It's a silent whisper that says, I'm not ready, I'm not good enough, or what if I fail? These narratives wrap around us like chains, keeping us confined in a space far smaller than the one we were meant to occupy. The good news? These barriers aren't as solid as they seem. The first step to breaking through is understanding that these limitations are not real, they're imagined. They're constructs of our own fears, doubts, and insecurities. We've all experienced this. Maybe you've dreamed of something bigger, a new career, a personal transformation, or even a bold leap into the unknown, but the voice inside your head reminded you of every reason it might not work. And so you stayed put, convincing yourself that it was better to play it safe than to risk failing. But let me tell you something: the most successful, fulfilled, and joyful people you admire weren't born with fewer doubts or fears than you. They simply made a choice to stop listening to the stories that held them back and to start telling a new one. They shattered the mental barriers that said this is all there is, and replace them with a belief that said, there's so much more waiting for me. To break through your barriers, you must challenge the thoughts that keep you stuck. Ask yourself who decided I wasn't capable of achieving more. Where did this belief even come from? When you dig deep, you'll realize that most of the limits you placed on yourself weren't even your own ideas, they were handed to you by someone else. Maybe it was a teacher who doubted your abilities, a parent who feared your risks, or a culture that told you to stay in line. But their fears don't have to be yours. The next step is action, even in the face of fear. Fear doesn't disappear when you decide to move forward, it simply takes a backseat. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's choosing to act despite it. Every time you step beyond what's comfortable, you weaken the grip of those imaginary chains. And as you collect small wins, your confidence grows, your belief in yourself strengthens, and those barriers begin to crumble. It's also important to understand that failure isn't the enemy. The fear of failure is often what keeps us from even trying, but the truth is, failure is just feedback. It's a necessary part of growth, a stepping stone on the path to success. When you stop fearing failure and start seeing it as a teacher, you realize there's nothing to lose, only lessons to gain. Your barriers are only as strong as the power you give them. They're not walls, they're illusions. And the moment you decide to confront them, they begin to dissolve. You have everything you need to break through, to rewrite the narrative, and to step into a life that's not just bigger, but boundless. All it takes is the courage to believe that the limitations you see aren't real and the willingness to prove it. There is a profound power in living with purpose. When you wake up each day with a clear sense of why you're doing what you're doing, the world around you shifts. The mundane becomes meaningful, the routine becomes rewarding, and the obstacles you encounter along the way are no longer seen as barriers, but as challenges to grow through. Purpose doesn't just give you direction, it ignites the energy to pursue your goals with passion, persistence, and a sense of fulfillment that makes each step feel worth it. Many people live their lives on autopilot, going through the motions without ever truly considering the deeper question, why am I here? They go to work, manage their daily tasks, and fulfill their responsibilities, but they do so without a deeper connection to what drives them. This disconnect leaves them feeling unfulfilled, disoriented, and often dissatisfied no matter how successful they appear on the outside. It's easy to get caught in the rhythm of life, to let the demands and expectations of others take the lead, but living this way means you're not fully awake to the possibility of something greater. Purpose is the bridge between what you do and why you do it. It transforms everyday actions into something more meaningful. It's the reason you wake up excited, the fuel that powers you through difficult moments, and the clarity that helps you make decisions that align with your values and dreams. When you're connected to your purpose, your work becomes your calling, and your relationships become an opportunity to share your light with others. You begin to see everything through a lens of intention, and that shifts the way you approach every area of your life. The beauty of purpose is that it's unique to each individual. It's not something you have to discover from others or imitate, it's something you uncover within yourself. Your purpose is a reflection of your deepest passions, your values, and your vision for the impact you want to have on the world. It's not about finding the perfect job or following a prescribed path. It's about identifying what makes you feel alive and letting that guide your choices. Purpose is found when you align your actions with what brings you joy, meaning, and fulfillment. When you're living in alignment with your purpose, the world begins to reflect that energy. Opportunities show up in unexpected ways, and doors that once seemed closed start to open. You become magnetic, attracting the right people, the right circumstances, and the right experiences that will help you fulfill your mission. Your purpose fuels your perseverance, helping you navigate the inevitable setbacks and challenges that come your way. Rather than seeing obstacles as signs to quit, you begin to view them as part of your journey, teaching you valuable lessons and strengthening your resolve. Living purposefully also connects you to something bigger than yourself. It reminds you that you are not just a small player in a vast, indifferent world, but an integral part of a larger, interconnected web. Your actions, no matter how small they may seem, have a ripple effect that reaches beyond your immediate circle. When you live with purpose, you not only elevate your own life, but inspire others to do the same. Purpose-powered living isn't a destination, it's a way of being. It's about consistently aligning your choices with your deepest values, taking actions that are in harmony with your true self, and using every day as an opportunity to live a life that truly matters. When you live with purpose, you stop searching for meaning and start creating it. Inspiration is the spark that gets us started, but momentum is what keeps us moving forward. The initial burst of excitement that comes with a new idea or goal can feel exhilarating, but as the days pass, that energy often fades. The enthusiasm that once felt so powerful can easily turn into doubt or complacency if not carefully nurtured. Momentum, however, is a force that, once harnessed, propels you forward even when motivation starts to wane. It's the secret ingredient that turns fleeting inspiration into lasting achievement. Momentum isn't a magic trick, and it doesn't just appear when we wish for it. It's something you build step by step through consistent effort, no matter how small. The key to creating momentum is understanding that it's not about doing everything at once, but about creating forward movement every single day. Even the smallest action, writing a paragraph, taking a walk, making a phone call, contributes to the momentum you need to keep going. The power lies in the compound effect of consistent, small actions, which eventually lead to big results. People often underestimate the power of starting. It's easy to get overwhelmed by the enormity of a goal, which can lead to procrastination or hesitation. But once you take the first step, you break the inertia, and that's when momentum begins to build. The first task might feel hard, and you might question if you're really making progress, but as you keep moving, you'll notice a shift. Each action becomes easier, the tasks become more manageable, and you start to feel the weight of possibility lifting. Momentum also has a unique way of boosting confidence. The more you move, the more you believe in your ability to succeed. It builds a positive feedback loop. The more momentum you have, the more capable and motivated you feel, and the more motivated you feel. The more action you take. This cycle continues, creating a snowball effect where each action fuels the next, propelling you further along the path toward your goals. But momentum is fragile. It requires consistent effort, and it can be derailed by distractions, setbacks, or a lack of focus. It's easy to become discouraged when things don't go as planned, but that's when momentum is most important. When you encounter challenges, that's when you need to push through and keep the momentum alive. It's not about being perfect or never making mistakes. It's about showing up even when things are tough and continuing to move forward with purpose. The best part about momentum is that it becomes self-reinforcing. As you continue to make progress, you not only build momentum, but also gain momentum from the successes you've already achieved. Every milestone, no matter how small, strengthens your belief in your ability to continue moving forward. Eventually, momentum becomes a force of nature, one that drives you to keep striving, growing, and accomplishing more than you ever thought possible. Momentum transforms effort into achievement and action into progress. It's what turns dreams into realities, and it's what gives you the energy to face the obstacles that arise along the way. So remember, inspiration may get you started, but momentum will get you to the finish line. The key is to keep moving, even when it feels hard, and to trust that each small step forward is leading you to something greater. Every action you take has an impact, and it's often far greater than you realize. The energy you put out into the world doesn't stop with you. It reverberates and spreads, influencing the people around you and eventually the larger community. The ripple effect of greatness is the profound truth that your actions, even the smallest ones, can inspire change and create a lasting impact. When you live with intention and pursue your own growth, you set off a chain reaction that touches lives in ways you may never fully comprehend. When you're driven by a sense of purpose, your actions become more than just personal goals or achievements. They become beacons for others. The way you choose to live, the way you show up in the world, can inspire those around you to step into their own power. It's the little things that often make the biggest difference. A kind word, a moment of encouragement, a courageous decision to pursue your dreams, these seemingly simple acts can ignite a spark in someone else, encouraging them to take bold steps in their own lives. We often underestimate the power of our influence. It's easy to think that we need to do something monumental or extraordinary to make a difference, but the truth is, greatness is often found in the quiet moments. It's found in the ways we choose to treat others, in the way we show up for the people who matter, and in how we face adversity. When you live authentically and align your actions with your values, you create a ripple effect that spreads far beyond what you can see. Others notice, they are inspired by your example, and they are motivated to take action in their own lives. In fact, your example may be the spark someone else needs to change their own life. Think about the people who have inspired you. Often it's not because they did something grand, but because they showed up day after day, living with purpose and integrity. They gave you permission to dream bigger, to step outside of your comfort zone, or to believe in your own potential. The beauty of this ripple effect is that it doesn't end with one person. Your actions touch people who then touch others, and before you know it, your influence has spread, changing the lives of many. The ripple effect isn't just about inspiring others, it's about creating a positive, lasting impact. When you operate from a place of authenticity and inspiration, you are contributing to a larger shift in the world. Your actions, no matter how small they seem, help to raise the collective energy. When one person steps up in lives from a place of greatness, it encourages others to do the same. This is how movements are born, how communities are transformed, and how the world slowly but surely begins to change. It's easy to think that your individual efforts don't matter in the grand scheme of things, but that's simply not true. Your journey, your pursuit of greatness is far more impactful than you might ever fully realize. By living your life with purpose and integrity, you not only elevate yourself, but you also elevate those around you. You become a catalyst for positive change, helping to create a ripple that spreads outwards, touching lives, inspiring action, and ultimately making the world a better place. The ripple effect of greatness isn't limited to just a few people. It's a force that can transform entire communities. When you step into your own greatness, you unknowingly invite others to do the same. And together, those individual ripples create a wave of change that has the potential to shift the world. Never underestimate the power of your influence, your life. Your choices, your actions matter more than you think. Life is full of obstacles, challenges, and setbacks. No one is immune to hardship, and at times it can feel like the world is conspiring to keep us from reaching our goals. But the truth is, obstacles are not the end of the road. They are simply the beginning of a new opportunity to grow, learn, and innovate. The key to transforming obstacles into stepping stones lies in the power of vision. When you can hold a clear vision of what you want to achieve, even the greatest challenges can seem surmountable. The vision you hold for your life and your goals becomes the lens through which you see every obstacle, allowing you to navigate life's hurdles with purpose, clarity, and resilience. When obstacles arise, the natural instinct is often to retreat or give up. After all, it's easier to walk away from a challenge than to push through it. But the individuals who achieve extraordinary things in life are those who see obstacles not as barriers, but as signals to dig deeper, to get more creative, and to find a way forward. They understand that challenges are inevitable and that success is rarely a straight line. What sets them apart is their ability to keep their eyes on the larger vision, refusing to be distracted or discouraged by temporary setbacks. Having a strong vision allows you to keep going even when things get tough. When you have a clear sense of what you're working toward, every challenge becomes part of the process, not a roadblock that stops you in your tracks. Vision acts as a compass, guiding you through even the most difficult times. It gives you the clarity and the motivation to persevere, because you know that every step, every failure, every setback is part of the journey towards something greater. With a vision, obstacles are no longer just obstacles, they are lessons, tools, and growth experiences that will eventually bring you closer to your desired outcome. The power of vision is also what helps you reframe the way you perceive difficulty. Instead of seeing a problem as something that stands in your way, you begin to see it as an opportunity to refine your approach or strengthen your resolve. Challenges invite innovation, creative problem solving, and new ways of thinking. They push you to break free from old patterns and to discover strategies you might never have considered otherwise. When you see obstacles through the lens of your vision, they don't become something to fear or avoid, they become opportunities to evolve. Vision is also a powerful tool for staying focused. When distractions, doubts, or negative influences try to steer you off course, your vision serves as a reminder of what truly matters. It anchors you in your purpose, helping you stay aligned with your goals, even when the path isn't easy. With vision, the noise of external circumstances fades away, and you're left with the clarity to make decisions that move you closer to your desired future. Moreover, vision provides a sense of hope and excitement, which is critical when facing adversity. When things get hard, people without a clear vision often lose motivation and energy. They may feel overwhelmed or unsure of how to proceed. But those who are driven by a powerful vision are able to maintain their enthusiasm because they can see the bigger picture. They know that the difficulty they face today is temporary, and they remain focused on the promise of tomorrow. The most extraordinary people in history didn't let obstacles stop them. They used their vision to transform obstacles into opportunities for growth. Whether it's an entrepreneur who faces financial setbacks, an athlete who suffers an injury, or a leader who encounters resistance, vision allows them to see beyond the current challenge and to keep moving forward with confidence. They understand that obstacles are part of the process, and with vision, they are able to navigate through them with resilience and determination. So when obstacles arise in your own life, don't let them derail you. Instead, look beyond them. Connect to your vision. Let it fuel your actions and guide you through the tough times. With a clear and powerful vision, no obstacle is insurmountable. It's simply another opportunity to grow stronger, smarter, and more capable. Vision doesn't just help you achieve your goals, it helps you transcend the challenges along the way. It's the key to turning every obstacle into a stepping stone towards success.